Good morning, it's Barbara. It's actually sunny out there. I guess maybe it's going to rain later. They do call it forecast on this gizmo. We shall see. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. All right, so I don't know what happened. I got carried away. I got another lipstick in the mail. Sheer Strength Hydrating Lip Tint. This is the one from Thrive Cosmetics, so I don't know. The black one was not from Thrive, apparently. Thrive Cosmetics. I wonder if this is the same Thrive as the online grocery store. We buy things from them. So this has a color. Let's see what we think about this. Goes on nice and smooth. It, feels like lipstick / lip balm. But I think it is color changing too. Maybe not. "24-hour moisture lock complex." No idea what that means. So this has a color. Cara, muted rose. Muted rose. It's got a little bit of a color, right? It looks like it does. Now, Jason, my nephew Jason, will like this color better. He prefers the more natural look, I think. I think he'd prefer to skip this. Well, I always do it in the beginning. You can just fast forward till I just sit there talking without a lipstick in my hand, right? Easy peasy. I got a new flower yesterday. I went to Wegmans to get dog food, and they had these outside, and they always get me, and I forget the name of this, and I just threw the paper away. But I get one every year, and they're very beautiful. And they're hardy, and they, hardy on my deck, and they bloom all summer, so we'll see how that goes. A little bit of it, since my Gerber daisies are not, at the moment, in bloom. So this is a bright, sunny day. How fun is that? I'm very excited. I do not have anything planned for the day. We're going to go visit Aura around lunch, right after lunch, so that just put our eyes on her, tell her hello. But other than that, not much planning. We are thinking of a seafood soup stew for dinner. We'll have to roast some potatoes. No. Red peppers. Potatoes. We haven't roasted potatoes in years. I just noticed my petunias need water. It's been raining, but I guess they're under a little bit of a overhang, so they aren't getting as much water as everybody else. But it really rained hard last night. Got Pearl all excited. We did have a little bit of thunder, but most of the bad storm went north of us, so we didn't have it too terrible. And by the time we were ready to go to bed, it was over, so that's good. Hold on, I'm gonna go water that. It was actually okay. It was just that, but the flowers are all closed, so I don't know what that's all about. Maybe they'll open now that the sun has come out. I don't know. So there you go. I did knit a little tiny bit. I knit one set color stripe. I knit one stripe of the natural color, so I get to pick my pink tonight, and I'll do that. I watched a British show on BritBox, police mystery type show. Can't for the life of me think of the name of it. I know, sorry. But it was kind of a little bit comedic. It wasn't super serious. And the star is the actor whose name I have no idea, but he plays the rat in Harry Potter. Ron Weasley's, avatar or pet, or not pet, but whatever, familiar, whatever they're called. Harry has an owl. Hold on. Girl's making gross noises out in the yard. And Ron Weasley has a rat, and that rat, spoiler alert, in a later movie is revealed to actually be a person who transforms into a rat. And the actor who plays that character is the main actor in this show, but now he's an old man. She's having some, I don't know, gastric difficulty or something. I don't know. She's making some gross noises over there, let me tell you. So anyway, and his character is an actor who played a detective, very famous detective in Britain for years, and now he's old and a hermit in this village. And now he's helping, this young woman who wants to be a DI with her cases. I don't know. It's called something like Crime Scene, or it's 2 words, and it's, I'll figure it out. I'll tell you tomorrow. But I only watched one. There were 2. I only watched one. And then I don't know why. Well, I ended up going to Netflix for some reason. I forget why. And I don't know. I hit Back Upon the Residence, which is the story about the murder in the White House, which is very fun. Shonda Rhimes production. And I realized that I watched that, a few months ago when it first came out, and I can't remember who the murderer is, which is a little worrying, I have to say. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that I don't remember, but and I know a little bit what's coming in the next 2 episodes, but to be honest with you, I don't remember who the murderer is. So I'm going to watch it tonight, and be reminded. But it is a little worrying. So meanwhile, yeah, today's going to be a lazy day. We're going to wander over and visit with Aura, walk the dogs, make supper. Nothing, major. Pete and Terry came yesterday, so the house is nice and clean. And, yeah. And I'm just going to allow myself to take it easy. Dennis is in the house making French meringue buttercream frosting as we speak. Now, my cookies, as I told you, didn't turn out great, but they are excellent vehicles for frosting. So they may not be good by themselves, but they'll be very good as like sandwich cookies. We shall see. He still has some Swiss meringue buttercream frosting in the refrigerator. I do not understand this new thing with buttercream frosting. I mean, we all love buttercream frosting, but the meringue ones, and I don't know, all of a sudden he got an urge, and he does that. So he did the Swiss. He actually did the Swiss twice, and we're not finished with the Swiss. It's in the fridge and it keeps. But, once he gets an urge for things, then he goes and does, continues on with that. This can be a problem when, he's in a mood to cook, and he just cooks all these things. And then he gets mad at me because I'm not finishing, I'm not eating up the food. But he makes enough food to feed an army. He used to work in a restaurant. He makes food service quantities of things very often. And, and then he'll make 3 or 4 things in a row that are delicious. But, you know, I'm a big girl, but I can only eat so much. Anyway. And there is a limit to how much meringue buttercream frosting you can eat. I don't think he expects me to eat up the buttercream frosting, no. Oh. Anyway, it's nice out here. It's a little cool, and it's very breezy. But I think there'll be some nice sunny spots on the deck for a while today that I might take advantage of. I'll maybe bring my knitting out here. We shall see. Oh, it's the last Saturday of the month, so I am expecting to see a Not Quite Enough Yarn podcast come out, and I'm usually very late, like days late watching, so maybe I'll watch that today. Out here, I gotta go plug in my phone and knit and watch Leslie. That'll be fun. Anyway, I'm planning on taking it easy today, so I'm sure you figured that out by now. Oh, my shirt's the same color as the grass. I wore this shirt to an event many, many, many years ago, so I've had this shirt for a long time. It was a conference, software conference I went to. I think it was the one in San Antonio, but I'm not sure. Anyway, they had this sort of tech fair that you could go to, and you know, they tried to get you in their booth by doing all kinds of cool stuff. And one booth made like a flip book, like you would dance in front of the green screen, and then they would give you, you know, all different kind of psychedelic backs you could pick, and then it came and they printed it in a flip book. Well, I did that. And my shirt was exactly the same color as the green screen, so that my shirt was dancing around. Well, I bet you I have that flip book upstairs in my craft room somewhere. Anyway, that was a long time ago. I mean, I've been retired for 11 and a half years. Anyway, so I've had this shirt for a while, and it's like a brilliant green screen. So they've had green screens for a long time too. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm just rambling. But it's kind of quiet and lovely here. In fact, it's surprisingly quiet for a Saturday that it's not raining, although it did pour last night. Because I don't hear anybody mowing their lawn. I guess they're letting it grow a little more. Tomorrow probably won't be as quiet. Tomorrow, Dennis and his brother Gary are going to go visit his mother. And surprisingly, Aura's having physical therapy tomorrow on a Sunday. Her physical therapist had to rearrange her schedule this week. I guess she had something going on in her life. And so Aura's having physical therapy tomorrow morning, and she is not going to be happy about that. I can tell you now. I'm not going. Dennis and Gary can hear her moan and complain. But I am getting ready to make the phone call on Monday to make an appointment. In fact, you know what? I bet they're open on Saturday. Maybe I'll do that today. Make an appointment to start physical therapy on my knee and my arm. Because I am starting, you know, my knee is getting a little bit worse, and I've stopped going up and down the steps nearly as often as I should because of my knee. So I am, you know, and I am very aware that when I'm 94, I'm going to want to be able to walk. Because it's very frustrating to Aura that she can't. And I remember my dad walking into the bathroom from his couch saying, "You do not realize how many muscles it takes to keep your balance." And it's a lot of muscles. It takes a lot of muscles to keep your balance. So I'm going to work on that. So I think that's something I'll do today, because I'm quite sure they're open to make an appointment. I mean, I'm not going to go today, but I can make my appointment today. because I got to do something. And I really think that me doing my physical therapy will also help my whole meanness that's having issues, that's still processing, that's, you know, going through it. You know, in a way, not that it's not legit, it is 100% legit. It just feels like it's time for me to actively do something to help myself. And physical therapy will kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And I think I'll go do that. In fact, I'll go do that right now while I'm uploading you, because it's getting actually late in the day. Well, not really, but this is my dad's watch. It is 5 minutes to noon. I'm not early today. Not early today. So I'm going to go. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.